New Orleans Saints head off to the Windy City off a loss and with a 1-5 record now to take on a Chicago Bears squad riding a 3-game win streak, which comes with a feeling of hope, as scary as that might be for Bear Down faithful.
Kick is good, and the Bears win it.
One team's trash is another team's treasure. Jake Moody should be drinking and eating for free anywhere he goes in Chi-Town this week. Now the Bears try and build off their fortuitous Monday night win to run their win streak to 4. They still have yet to really play up to their potential in theory. Caleb Williams, for example, a touchdown, no picks, rate close to 100 versus Washington, ran for a TD, solid on paper.
Caleb takes it, gets a block from Swift, and is in for the touchdown.
But if you saw the game, you saw that stat about him leading the NFL in off-target throws. Hasn't completed 60% of his passes in back-to-back games. Chicago was just 3 for 10 on third down versus the Commanders, 1 for 3 in the red zone. Moody having to try 5 field goals is not ideal. He made 4 of them, which accounted for half their points basically.
Pass is tipped off the hand of Luvu. Commanders ball.
25 points per game is still 10th best. Ben Johnson's plan is working, but could work better is all. Saw a Bears fan comment, just want to win games because of Caleb, not because of fumbles and DeAndre Swift. Was a good week to be a Swift, I guess. Man, does he come in hot. Last week, his 2025 breakout turned an out route into a 55-yard TD through the air.
And still going. DeAndre Swift veers into the end zone.
And against a Washington defense that was holding backs under 4 a carry, 108 yards, 7.7 per carry, just gashed him over and over.
Here's a toss to Swift. Man, does he have a lot of room to run.
Gets another defense tough on running backs this week. Saints holding the position to 3.7 a carry, 5th lowest.
Little misdirection, but the Saints defense not fooled.
Playing the run well hasn't translated to good overall defense, though. Gave up 25 points to New England, have allowed 25 plus 4 of the last 5, which is basically what they've given up over 6 games.
Feeling the pressure, taking a shot, he's got his man, it's Pop Douglas.
The secondary Caleb faces gave up 260 yards to Drake May, 3 touchdowns, a 140 rate. They've allowed a 111 rate for the year. Only 2 teams have given up higher, a 69.5 completion rate allowed, 14 touchdowns given up, second most.
Takes a shot down the field. It's Booty. Touchdown.
Maybe they relate to Sir Mix-a-Lot. They were weak in the knees facing Booty, giving up 93 yards and 2 touchdowns to Kayshawn, 71 yards and a TD allowed to Demario Douglas, a 109 rate allowed to wide receivers in 2025, only 5 teams having more trouble with wideouts. Chicago's wide receiver trio, Roma Dunze cooled off to 32 yards in their win, DJ Moore with 42.
Quick throw DJ Moore behind the line of scrimmage and a catch and run for a first down.
And rookie Luther Burden with 51, his second best outing so far.
Over the middle, it's Burden. Luther Burden makes a move after the catch.
Saints pass rush, just 1 sack of May for a measly yard. Williams dropped 3 times by Washington, most he'd taken since week 2.
And now Williams gets sacked by Armstrong. Boy, what a turn of events for these Bears.
Matchup the other way around. Have a Saints offense that couldn't crack 20 on the scoreboard in their loss, have only scored 21 plus once, 3 for 9 on third down, only 2 red zone trips, averaging 18 points per game on the year, bottom of the totem pole kind of stuff.
Rattler towards the end zone. Boy, Olave had a chance.
Spencer Rattler behind the wheel. He wasn't terrible versus New England. 20 for 26, 227 yards, a rate over 100, 99 plus rate back-to-back games.
There's a strike over the middle on a crosser. It's Olave.
0 INTs in his last 3, but only 1 game with more than 1 touchdown. Just hasn't been able to propel them to anything special. Chicago's secondary could offer a chance for him to do that. They came up with a big pick versus Jaden Daniels, but also gave up 3 touchdowns to him, over 8 yards per attempt, a rate close to 120, now 24th in rating allowed at 103, second highest completion rate allowed at 73.
End zone, Moore, spinning try, touchdown is the call.
Bears D gave up 24 points, giving up 28 a game now, only 5 teams giving up more. They did at least come up with 3 turnovers, 2 fumble recoveries on plays Washington couldn't hold on to the ball, only let them in the red zone once.
Ball's on the ground, and that is takeaway number 3.
Finished with a season-high 3 sacks. That brings their season total to 8, just 2 teams with fewer. Secondary gave up 43 yards and a touchdown to Zach Ertz, 46 yards and a TD to Chris Moore, 3 20-plus yard passes allowed, only one Saint wide receiver with 28 or more yards last week. Chris Olave, with a season-high 98, has 6 catches or more in 5 of their 6 games.
Some heat coming up the middle. Rattler on phase. He's got a man wide open. It's Olave.
Rashid Shaheed, 4 catches, 28 yards. Brandon Cooks, 21 yards. Tight end Jawan Johnson, 15. And Alvin Kamara, 45 yards through the air, also his season high.
Pull back and throw. First down. It's Kamara finding an opening.
Kamara, 31 yards, 3.1 yards per carry on the ground, under 3.5 per run, 3 of his last 4. Bears defense has struggled versus running backs this year, but not last week, holding Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt to 61 yards, 3.6 a carry.
A toss to Krosky-Merritt, and well played.
Daniels gave him the most trouble as a runner, 52 yards on 5.2 a scamper.
Steps through trouble, still, and a first down.
This is an AI-free zone, everyone. Nothing artificial and certainly nothing intelligent about Game Preview Guy Productions. Okay, well, at least you got that part right, idiot.
What do you think this is? Blood is a grown man game.
Who-Dat has won the last 8 meetings in a row against the Bears. Got to go back to 2008 for the last Bears win. It was a fun one, though.
On a clear night in Chicago, you can still see the playoffs. But from the start, all eyes were on Daniel Manning.
Daniel Manning at the 17, running right, 25-30, hits a crease, he's going!
Chicago native Pierre Thomas, number 23, returned home with 2 gift-wrapped touchdowns.
Down to the 15, then 5, touchdown!
But Chicago forced overtime and brought the Saints crashing back to earth.